Hello, Diargos here. Welcome back to my Factorio series, The Manhattan Project. So in between the last episode and this episode, I've done a few things. I had to do these between episodes just because it was going to take a while. For one thing, everything over here finished building out. And you can see I replaced speed modules in all of the furnaces except for these bottom ones with the stones, the stone bricks. Replaced all of these with production modules instead of speed modules just in the furnaces, and then speed modules on the outside. And I think this will be a little bit better. It'll, in the long run, will produce more material. So that was fun. Basically what I did was I manually picked up the furnaces, and I made a blueprint of just furnaces with production modules and put it down. I didn't want to tear up everything because I didn't want to have to deal with, stuff like, it's a whole lot of stuff to tear up just to put modules in, and then manually doing it it takes too long. So that way it worked pretty quickly. I also made these into green circuits. So I had spent like an hour and a half last night doing all sorts of calculations and trying to figure out exactly how I want to proceed going forward in the game, and I now have a pretty good idea, which I'll be discussing. But first, let me also show you that over here, things have changed quite a bit. In the old base, we're missing the furnaces. They're all gone now. Anyway, I need to put that radar back. Yep, I tore up the furnaces, and that took a while. Now, all of these belts are being fed by the bot network, and it's keeping up, so that's good. I doubled down on production modules as well over here, so just giving them something to do. But otherwise it's pretty quiet, so we're going to start replicating all this stuff so we can get rid of all that as well. And I have some ideas for what to use this space for eventually. This might be the rocket pad area, if I can't find a better spot. But for the calculations I did last night, I figured out how many I need of this setup to match what I have over here. And you can see these are blue assemblers, so they're not the best, and there's not that many of them. It's like 96 or something like that. And I figured out that I needed 9 of these, like 9.6. And here is 27 in this row. So a little over, or a little under 3 times more than I need. And in fact, this entire row right here consumes all of the iron produced by these smelters per second. So this is overkill and not really what I need yet, although I probably will need this at some point. But then just using up all the iron with the green circuits is probably not what I want to do, so I might have to double down and copy this entire smelting array here, copper and iron, and push this out like 4 or 5 times that way eventually. But for now, this is kind of good because I want to I really want to consume right now. I want to consume everything. So the idea is I've got this stuff turned on now, and I can start mining all of this stuff. And I turned off all of my miners up here. You can see I tore them up as well. They're gone. This is the old iron patch that's mostly depleted. But we'll go up there with logistics and new miners with modules in them at some point. But for now, I want to mine over here as much as possible. So I added a few on the small iron patches to keep up. So let's put down red and blue circuits real quick. Just had it. I need to swap this out, I think. Okay, so 1 space. Do I want to add an extra space here? I think I do. That's what I was doing before. Just give me a little extra space. Okay, but I do need to... I guess I can wait for that to finish. Putting down some of these. Carried them over here. I'll swap this out to protection modules, I think, once once it's done. The other thing I need to do, I've calculated all this stuff out, but I'm not sure if I'm going to actually use these calculations just yet. But I need to get copper cable for everything here, and it's going to be a lot of copper cable, a lot. Something I learned actually that was really useful. I can't believe I didn't know this, but if say you something like you're doing something like that, right, and you have a requester chest, right, that's going to feed into it. Say I select something like that. Okay, so I pick engines. I can go in here and manually do the ingredients, but what you can do is just like you would. I'll show you. Just like you would shift click and copy like that. You do the same copy here, and it automatically puts the default ingredients in for you. So that's super helpful. I never knew that. I don't know if that's a new thing. They did make some quality of life improvements in 0.15, but maybe that's always been there, and I just never bothered with it. Unfortunately, I think I still had, when I was doing that somewhere else, I had to change what it was manually because it wasn't enough. I also put these down. You can see I've got 4 stone bricks going. Just trying to consume. It's gonna catch up and back up really soon. I've got 4 of those. I got 4 or 5, I think. 4 of the landfill, 3 concrete, 1 hazard, and then stone walls and gates. And the reason why I think I have like an extra one of these than I originally planned was just because I had space left over. And this is not counting. I need let's see, like, let me find my notes real quick. I think I need 68 was what I counted. 68 assemblers for these, where I have 1 assembler for each thing, like offshore pumps, pump jacks, stuff like that, miners. And I just have each of these going for 1 of those. And I was originally thinking about doing that here, but I think I'm going to do it over there instead. All right, so let's change this out. I need, oh dang, I don't have, super annoying. Okay. Actually, I didn't want it to be a furnace either, so here's what we'll do. Copy that, and we'll paste it there. Okay. I should have done that to begin with. Okay, I'm gonna clear these. We want... Oh, I can't put it down. I can't pick it yet. Just gonna do it here so I can copy and then paste what I need there, and then I can come back up here and change this back. Alright. So you can see there's plastic, but they are really low, right? So this is going to produce more than each of these can provide, so I actually need to up it, unfortunately. So let's do... If I do 100, I've got 9 of them, so that's 900. Do I need that many? I kind of want a lot. I want to consume it too, so it's okay to store this stuff up. Let's do like 100 there. And what's the default there? 20, twice as many. Do like 200. Let's just try that. I mean, it's whatever. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and I guess they're gonna deliver this at some point. Power has been interesting. We've got going up to 2.5 gigawatts, sometimes 3. You can see beacons are, you know, half of that are just beacons. But during the day, it's covered by, I think the solar panels go up to at least 3.2. Though I did see the accumulators drop below 15% once or twice, and nuclear power turn on here and there. And I was thinking about, since it turns off before the nuclear power runs out, and since all 9 of them are running, the plants are running at the same time, that maybe I should set up some accumulators that are kind of on their own little power grid that are connected to the main power grid with a switch, and it could be used as like a capacitor or a battery, so that whenever the nuclear power plant turns on, any excess power gets put into the accumulators there and just stored and drained out later with some logic. I don't know exactly what that logic would be. I'd have to think about it. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab a stack of that. It's taking forever. So we'll finish up doing the green and red and blue circuits, and the copper cables, we need to add those. And that's gonna be like our intermediate products, right, that we're gonna have a lot of. Then we're gonna do all of the automation of the logistics and production, all that one-off stuff. And then I'm gonna do oil. And I've been thinking about coal, whether I want to do coal liquefaction or not, or if it's even needed, because coal can be used for other things too. Like you need it for plastic, anyway. Okay, so that's coming from somewhere. Let's change this over to red circuits, dump that in. Okay, and I think now it's good to be copied. Do that. And I think so. There's 28 of the green circuits right now, and so I think I can do half of these. So we can do 14 of each. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So what I had figured out, or what I calculated to match what I have right now, which what I have right now is by no means what I need. Like, this is less than what I need, but just to kind of get a general sense, I needed something like 12 of these. So 10 green circuits, 12 red circuits, and I think it was 10 of the blue circuits. But I'm adding a couple, at least a couple to each one anyway, just to kind of keep things going up, and also to just to, guys, why do those have 8? Huh? That's weird, right? Is that a bug or something? That's really strange. Where was that? Right there? No. I don't know. I don't need that anymore. Alright, we'll see what happens with that. And then we'll put one more down. Where was it? There it is. Oh yeah, it does have it in there. That is really weird. Okay, we'll put one more down there, but I'm going to place these manually because I want to change them. This is the blue circuit, or the processing unit now. Okay, and we'll put you down. Blue. And I'm going to need sulfuric acid for this, which is not a problem. So that out. Okay. You can see I already did the water line there. And the way that I did it was just, where is it there? So there's the water line coming in from the south. And it just kind of plugs in nicely. Okay. Let's do this. We want that. So we'll copy this whole thing here, and that'll be our blue circuits. Okay. Can dump these off, I guess, here. Okay, and let's keep a few on us. Alright, so now we need that to finish up, and then the next thing we need to do is tear all this stuff down and put down another bank of roboports. And what's next? Put this down. Alright. I'll pick that up. I already have this, I saved it, but it's not the full thing, so funnily enough, I'm just going to copy this again because I want the whole thing so I don't have to deal with it. Okie dokie. And you'll go just to the south. Oh my goodness, my mouse went off my monitor there. This is just too long. Okay, I can barely see it over there. That's okay. So I wanted to give it an extra space. Right. Okay, so right there, that's straight down. And that's the extra space. Okay. There we go. And then while that's doing that, we're still waiting on this. Not really. We can do the rest. Okay, so you go out. And we want copy and paste. I should really just do one and then so this needs 2 advanced circuits and 20 electronic circuits. So this is 10 cycles on the default, right? This is 10 builds for each one. But it's gonna go fast. I think it does 10 per second. Yeah, I think that's what my notes say, 10 per second. So really I just need one of these to be full, but you want some buffer because the bots. So something that I'm kind of not liking about this type of approach is the bots are not as reliable as the belts when delivering stuff. Like, if you have enough bots and you get it worked out, then it's fine once it gets going, but it can be unreliable because they just like are wishy-washy about where they're delivering stuff to and when, you know, like what their priorities are, whereas a belt doesn't. It's just automatic and forced, right? So that's been kind of annoying. But I did increase the load, so I've got 30,000 bots now, and that number is 31,000. It was, I swear it was 30,000 just a minute ago, but it's because I think I disabled some of the network while I was deconstructing the base, and then like 1,000 of them or so got cut off. And so, is that plugged in? Oh, it is plugged in already. Okay. Anyway, so what happened was I had like 2 different networks and it didn't count that, and I really hate that. I wish that it had a way to like just get all of the bots in the game. I wish that was a third option for each of them. Okay, while that's working on that, I'm gonna run up here because I need to put that radar back down. Meanwhile, uranium ore is doing well. What is this? Where are you guys coming from? I see these guys coming from like down here. I think they were going this way. Oh, they're delivering stuff and they ran out of power. That's okay. Yeah, because I'm pretty far south now. Let me put down some ports for you guys. Sorry about that. You really want to get, well, you know, I have a grid, which is fine. I mean, that's just to make sure, the grid that I put down is just to make sure that there's coverage everywhere, like logistics coverage. But you don't want to just have a grid. You need to like think about how many bots you have and And then look at flight paths. And then if you see this kind of thing going on, you really, like regularly, you don't have enough. Since I'm constructing stuff right now, I don't really care. But you can see right here, I put down extra roboports. And right now, I don't see any that are really, like, okay, so some right here I can see. And what I'll do is I'll keep an eye on this. And if I see a lot of it, like right here, this is a good indication that I need to add more roboports because they've been here for a while, right? And it's not enough. So, you know, what we can do is probably pick that up. Do something like that instead. And I'll just stretch out like 5, you know, 4 or 5 right here. And some more right here as well. Just gotta keep those bots happy. Alright. And then we'll come back a little bit and see if those are still there, like those right there. That's it. See? So, I mean, I see that they're there, and I'm just kind of, I've got other stuff to do. They'll figure it out eventually. Okay, where was it? It was, right up here. Okay. Where am I going? I think I walked into it already. I know I picked one up. Alright, well, whatever. I'm gonna put one down like right in the middle. That should cover it. Right here. Okay. Alright. Oh my goodness, the episode is almost over already. It really feels like I just started it. Okay. Let's run back down, look at the processing units, and then I'll end this episode and just continue right on into the next one. Okay. Oh, they're looking good. They're coming along a lot faster now than before. I think because I fixed the beacons and it's getting better production out of it now. So this is how it's going to look. So what we need really for each of these, we need to get plastic in the logistics network, but then we also need to set up a ton of copper cable assemblers. What are you missing? You're not missing anything. What are you talking about? You've got 4 already. Guys, they're just goobuses. They don't know. Alright. You're almost good. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to end the episode here, and in the next episode, we'll do the plastic and copper cable and anything else that we can. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.